Hey man, it's ASAP Ferg. You're tuning in to First Play with my brother Gray Rizzy on Shade 45. ASAP.
Shade 45, it's First Play. It's your homie Gray Rizzy, man, and I'm thanking you for going ahead and tuning in today. And if you don't know what First Play is, it's your exclusive listening session to go ahead and check out your favorite artists with their new project coming up. And this cat right here, I'm a fan, but more importantly, I feel like this guy's family. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a big brother. I'm proud and shit. I'm not jumping out like them cousins that, you know, once you pay that, get that payday though, Ferg. What's up, Ferg? What's going on,
brother?
man?
How you feeling?
I'm doing beautiful, man.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Like I had a chance to really get we get so much music up here. A lot of times you don't have a chance to really digest it.
Right.
This piece of work that you have coming up, Always Strive and Prosper, man. Yo, amazing, brother.
I appreciate that.
Amazing.
Man.
Like maturation. I'm hearing little things. I was like, yo, that's some shit right there where I don't know how much was spent on mixing and mastering and, you know, all the ideas that you have with that.
Right.
But I'm talking about, it's like a movie.
That's like definitely what I wanted to that's what I tried to achieve.
Yeah.
On this project is like really aesthetically, I just wanted to bring people back to Harlem, bring people to, you know, my life, an open book basically. And because I felt like with Trap Lord, the album, you know, well, mixtape or whatever you want to call it, my first project, you know, I gave them the aesthetic. I didn't really give them me, Ferg, as the person, where I came from, jobs I had, how I got fired, the trials and tribulations. With this album, I feel like I'm giving all of that to the people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they deserve that. You know what I'm saying? I kind of been in silence for about, you know, a year and a half, 2 years without another project after Trap Lord. So, you know, with this album, I wanted people to kind of know who I am as a person, an artist, and just, you know, yeah, that was basically it.
But be clear, even though you weren't silent for that year and a couple of months, you was out here working.
Well, I mean, I had dropped Ferg forever, and you know, I traveled, you know, the world just doing tour dates and things like that. But you know, when I'm doing EDM tours and stuff like that, I'm touring with Skrillex and Diplo. You know, the urban community or my base don't see that.
They don't get to see that
exactly. So they just think that I'm gone. So I'm talking really to them. Really, this album is for my base and people, you know, who've grown with me and went with me through the voyage.
Right. Well, I like how you went ahead and put this together. And if you see me looking down at my computers, because I got my notes, man. If you want to do this right here, you have to have your notes and stuff. But I want to set it off with the first song, Rebirth. I mean, I felt like this really set the tempo and it set the stage for the whole album. Yeah.
Rebirth was called it was called something else, and basically Pharrell told me don't. It was called If I Die.
If I Die.
And I changed the name because I didn't want to talk death into existence, and I just thought Rebirth goes more with the imagery of the album, like the baptism and everything like that. Because that's what you see on my cover is like a shot from a baptism that I did. Right. So that's like the rebirth of the Trap Lord, really, which is the Hood Pope. Hood Pope and Trap Lord is the same person. Hood Pope is just more conscience. You know, he traveled the world. Trap Lord was basically confined to his environment, never really seen anything. I turned into the Hood Pope when I was able to travel the world, come back and preach to my people, and that's what I'm doing with this album.
He letting you know what it is, man. ASAP Ferg is in the building. It's your boy Gray Rizzy. This is First Play. Let's get into this Rebirth joint. Can we do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
That's what it is. First Play. We'll be right back. Now, I have, you know, I'm looking at a couple of these production, and we talk production up here as well. And the joint that I'm looking at right now, Strive.
Yeah, Strive.
Missy Elliot, DJ Mustard, and I'm sorry, Stelios.
Yeah, Stelios. Philly. Yeah. It's a Greek name.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is, man. How did this mix? This is like a good gumbo pot right here, man.
Well, Stelios, I've worked on Doe Active and Dope Walk with him. And he's a good friend of mine that, you know, produced songs for me. And, you know, sort of like my in-house producer. And I just brought him in to meet Mustard and try to see if we could conjure up any ideas for the album. Because during that time, we was working on a lot of, like, up-tempo, high-energy, like, house-type records, like, early 90s, like Crystal Waters, you know what I'm saying? Bob Sinclair type, you know, songs.
Pure energy.
Yeah, pure energy. And I know that, Mustard, that's kind of his aesthetic, but what he does, he takes the energy lower. He'll take like a Crystal Waters, sample of Crystal Waters, or replay it and like slow it down. So that's why you hear those same instruments, and like you know, any of them hits that he had, it's like really house songs, but he just took them and slowed them down. But with this one, I wanted to make a house song and keep the energy high.
Right.
You know, and I mean, I didn't know Missy was going to go on that at first. I had 2 verses on there. You know, the second verse is actually hard. Like, it's really hard. And I was just like, yo, I sacrificed that second verse for Missy verse. So I just took the second verse off of there because she said she wanted to get on there. And, you know, now we got Strive.
Yo, let's get into this, man. Strive featuring Missy Elliot is in the building right now. A AP Ferg is up in here. And like, look, man, it's always Strive and Prosper. You know what it is, man. First play.
A$AP.
Yeah. This next joint. Now, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I know what the fuck I'm getting with this right here. Let It Bang. And I want to be clear with people right now. When you go out and get the album, because it's out there right now. I'm jumping around in a couple of songs in the sequencing, but Let It Bang, Schoolboy Q.
Yeah, Let It Bang and Psycho is actually about my uncle Psycho. And yeah, he was like the light-skinned version of ODB.
Yeah.
You know, he is like the light-skinned version of ODB, meaning aesthetic-wise, Wu-Tang was his favorite group of all times. He was the type that you would want to hug and you got to watch at the same time.
Right.
I mean, like, he was a character. So I just wanted to basically, I mean, even with Ferg Forever, I wrote a song called Uncle about him, and this is like the continuation of that. It's almost like a triptych. You know, you got Uncle, and then you have Psycho, and you have Let It Bang. Psycho and Let It Bang is like, if you put the 2 songs together on the album the way it's sequenced, it's like one whole song. You know, you got my uncle talking through it, like explaining his life and what I'm talking about in the songs. And, you know, and Let It Bang, the song, Schoolboy Q is talking about his uncle as well. So we both like basically going back and forth about our family members and our crazy uncles.
Now, it's funny too, because if you grew up, I want to say really anywhere, you know what I'm saying? But especially in the hood, there's always that crazy ass uncle, man.
Yeah, I think everybody got a crazy uncle. Even if you rich, I think you got a crazy uncle.
The one that just come no filter, say whatever the fuck you want, drink all the alcohol, everything.
Yep.
Man, let's get into this joint, man. In fact, I want you to introduce it. I'm doing this. This is your shit.
This next joint right here is Let It Bang featuring Schoolboy Q. You already know what it is. A$AP, Always Strive and Prosper.
Yes, sir. First play. Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Gray Rizzy. We right back with A$AP Ferg. You know what it is. First play is in the building. Always Strive and Prosper. That's the project. Go out and get that. Shout to everybody at RCA up in here. My man Puerto Rico Rob is over there all quiet and shit. Yo, man, I wanna move along, and I just want to give a really quick honorable mention for Yammy Gang.
Yeah, Yammy Gang.
Because it has, you know, of course the mob is on there, and it has Yams Mom.
His mom, yep.
On there. She spoke some words on that.
Yep.
Now,
I see Yammy Moms.
I don't want to think that it would be a hard thing, but you know, sometimes people are shy. What was the process of bringing her in the studio and talking?
It was nerve-wracking at first because I was like, I don't know what she's going to think about this song.
Right.
I don't know what she's going to think about my music, my album, whatnot. She was like really quiet, delicate. And she's a mom at the end of the day. And like Yams would never bring his mom anywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Kept them separate. Like church and state.
He kept the brothers and like the mom separate. So when I brought her to the studio, I was like very careful and just, you know, I wanted to really get a true, honest opinion about my project, what she thought about it. So I played the album for her, and then I played Yammy Gang for her. And I explained it to her like, you know, this song represents when we first got the money, you know, us bugging out. Like, this is basically like when A$AP was at the pinnacle of like, you know, when we first, you know, kicked down the door.
Right.
And I said, this is the song that represents that moment. And, you know, she got it. You know, a lot of times she don't want the sugar-coated stuff. She don't want us to act like, you know, we're just a bunch of saints and angels when she come around, because you know when Yams is around us, we wasn't acting like that. Right. So she a lot of times put herself in Yams' shoes, and she want to relive his moments. So like this was an opportunity for her to have a voice on this song and to relive a moment in Yams' shoes.
Yo. Hand clap for that, man. For real, salute for that, man. Please go ahead and introduce this song, because that's a really, really dope thing for you.
This next joint is called Yammy Gang, and it's crazy. Check it out.
First play, y'all. We'll be right back. First play, y'all. Shade 45. It's your homie Gray Rizzy. I still got my brother ASAP Ferg in the building. The project is always strive and prosper.
Yes, we always striving and prospering, baby.
How many people really thought it was as soon as possible, man? I mean, keep it real.
Yo, it's funny you say that, because my grandfather actually was the reason why I named this album Always Strive and Prosper.
Yeah.
Because he said, grandson, come here. He was like, what does ASAP stand for? As soon as possible? And I was like, nah. And I was like, if he don't know, that means like there's a lot of people in the world that don't know what the acronym means. So, and Yams made the acronym Always Strive and Prosper. So I was just like, you know, I got to put it out there for people to see, like, and know. Because a lot of people just don't know. They're not schooled to it. So I just brought it back to the basics, always strive and prosper.
Well, if you don't know, man, we got 30 million subscribers up here on Shade 45 Sirius XM, and now 30 million motherfuckers have a chance to know what the hell ASAP mean, man.
Album is out right now. 30 million people. Let's go platinum, baby.
Yes, sir, man. Yo, I like the fact that you've never been one to be afraid to step out the box, work with like some really newer artists as well as established artists. And I like seeing this and hearing the song that I had a chance to listen to. Uzi Gang.
Yeah, Uzi Gang.
Lil Uzi, Marty Baller is up on there. Right. Production with TM88, man. Yeah. Strong song. How did this all come about? Like, how did y'all get together?
Well, actually, Uzi had the song already, and he actually asked me to get on it.
Oh, all right.
And like, you know, he had the hook already, Uzi Gang, ASAP, Uzi Gang. And the joint just sound like one of them like mosh pit crazy. Yep. You know, what you gonna get at a Uzi or an ASAP show. And you know, I just threw Marty on there because he got a hot verse, and I was just like, yo, this joint can't just be a mixtape joint, because he was gonna throw it on his mixtape. I'm like, I'm gonna use my platform to blow this thing up, because this is a hard ass song. Yeah, man. So that's how that came about.
I was looking at it like, man, these kids are about to go fucking crazy listening to this.
And I didn't have anything that sounded like that on my album, like with that bounce. I already know what that's gonna do. I know what that's gonna do in the club. I know what that's gonna do when we perform it at, you know, the festivals. That's exactly.
Look, man, there's a couple of songs on this album that I thought festival. And if you ever been to a festival, you're talking about 20, 30, 40, 50, 100,000 people just going going crazy.
Uzi Gang ASAP is one of them songs where it's like, it's probably not gonna have the commercial success, which is cool, and there's a lot of songs that's like that on this album, which is fine with me, because this is the album from my heart. That song is gonna be successful without radio, without like any extra fluff to it, because it's gonna be like Let It Go, the joint that I had on my first album, where it's like they just feel that shit. I go to New Zealand and they march into that shit. I go anywhere, they march into that shit. Uzi Gang ASAP is gonna be one of those like underground killers. Yeah, like man. Where like we hit the internet, we go to China, we go to Japan. They don't even know how to speak English, but they
know the words of this.
They know the words to it. Yeah. Man, it's easy to say. It's a chant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I just need 2 tickets. That's all I'm saying. I want to see this shit. I'm gonna bring a camera and everything.
I got you, baby.
I need to see this shit, man. We got Uzi Gang featuring Lil Uzi, Marty Baller, and of course my brother, man, ASAP Ferg in the motherfucking building. Let's get it. First play. Talk to me a little bit about this sweater, because if you don't know, man, this guy is an entrepreneur before he was even hot. He was making his own shit, all kinds of stuff. Talk to me about this right here, man.
This piece right here, actually, my uncle Psycho did, and Young Dirty, who played my uncle ODB's son, he wore this piece inside the Let It Bang video.
In the video,
yeah. So
Nice, man.
Man, I gotta throw this song, represent.
Yo, man, if you don't have a chance, you might be listening in your car, you might be listening on the app or whatever, man. Make sure you hit us up at Shade45, at Gray Rizzy. I'm gonna take a picture of this so people can see what it is.
Definitely.
All right, because now everybody gonna be like, yo, how can I buy it? Cha-ching!
Yeah.
Cha-ching! Yo, now this joint right here, this next song, Beautiful People. I'm listening to it, and as I'm walking through the album, I'm like, yo, my brother is maturing. And you know, he's getting, he's pulling sounds, he's doing things.
That's the song that really caught Missy and Timberland, because there was like, there is hope. Like, you know, because, you know, I mean, you have the Kendricks, you have the J. Coles, which I love their music. And then you have like, I'm very, like my background, I went to art high school, and, you know, I paint and I'm a visual artist, and I feel like Missy and Timberland could relate to that because, you know, you've seen Missy videos. So when they heard that I did Beautiful People, they was like, yo, he's one of us and he's doing music like that. They was like, yo, like, yeah, man, you know, it just was a breath of fresh air to know that the younger generation, which is me, like, we get it, and we do want to save our people, and we do want to, we basically want to put a good statement out there. And, you know, because she was just basically going back and forth with me like, yo, I don't really know, like, you know, I don't want to go into the whole trap thing. That's not really my thing or whatever. Not. So it was kind of like validation when she heard my album, like, you know, she could keep moving forward with whatever she thought was right. And, you know, I basically replied with her like, yo, we want you to be Missy. Like, we don't care about trap Missy or this, that, and that Missy. Like, do you. And whatever you do is going to be right, because, you know, you're the leader. Like, you're the reason why I'm here today. You know what I'm saying? You gave me, like, when I had the extra extended sleeves on the Carhartt and the Let It Go video, that's because I've watched Missy growing up. You know what I'm saying? And she allowed us to be characters and become larger than life, you know what I'm saying, like Michael Jackson did.
Yeah, man. And you know what's dope about this song, man? There was a couple of words that I went ahead and I wanted to like really describe. I thought like introspective. I heard Marvin Gaye in it. The fact that you got Chuck D and Mama Ferg on here, that was real, man. Please introduce this joint, man.
This next joint is Beautiful People, one of my favorite joints on there. I got my grandmother and I got Chuck D on the intro. It's a crazy joint, man. Beautiful People, check it out.
Yo, I want to get to this song, World Is Mine.
Yeah, World Is Mine featuring Big Sean. Yeah.
That was nice. I like the chorus to it. And I feel like everybody could sing along with that too. Yeah. Positive message.
Yeah, I mean, like, we was really like, just, that was my first time in Sean's house, and like basically his girl at the time just kept calling his phone. And I'm like, yo, bro, like, he kept like getting up and leaving. I'm like, yo, it got to the point where he left me in his house, and I just wound up going through the computer and just picking out like 3 joints I wanted to jump on or whatever. That was one of them. But the thing is, like, the beat, I heard the beat, I was like, yo, I gotta do this. But when he came back, I'm like, yo, bro, you can't, the dream was first. You can't let like a girl knock you out of your dream or like your zone.
Talk to him, please.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, I was just like, you know, the world is mine, even though I know that ain't true. And though I want it all, I'm young and I got everything to lose. You know what I'm saying? We sit in this big ass mansion of his, and his girl keep calling him. He still wants more. He like, yo, I want more success. But I'm like, yo, you saying the world is mine. I got everything. It looks like I got everything, but man, I'm not even halfway of where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say in the intro, it's like, yo, you say the world is mine, but, you know, like, I want it all. Like, I don't have half of what I want to achieve. Right. So that's basically where this song came from. It's just like girls that like, they want to keep you home, but I got shit to do. Like, the dream was first.
You want me to do all this stuff, but you want me to stay home watching movies with you.
Man, the dream was first. That's what everybody need to realize. Like, you do the right thing, God gonna be by your side, and that girl gonna be there when you done.
You know what I'm saying? In fact, I'm gonna go home and tell my wife this shit right now, man.
Man, I sacrificed the relationship during this album because I said, man, I can't be a sitting potato. And that's real shit. Like, I told my girlfriend, I was like, yo, I love you and everything, and this is like, you know, I may not ever find anybody that's like you again, but this is the sacrifice that I have to do for my art. So I sacrifice my relationship for my art. And like, I may not ever find a girl that's like her again. Like this is real life for me, but this is for y'all. Like this, so I sacrifice my situation so I can spread a message and travel and all of that. Cause people don't understand, when you're an artist, you're never home. You don't have time to be a man. So we go through mad relationship problems. Cause you think about infidelities, like it's not even me just cheating. What if she just, kick it with somebody cause I'm not around, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, I can't deal with none of that stress right now. And I know you might be the best thing that ever happened to me, but I have to sacrifice this to put the art out.
Yo, man, I can't say it any better. For everybody, any artists out there that are looking to get into the game, you better be ready, man. Sacrifices, they there,
and this
man.
is the first time I ever said that. I would never even speak on that, but it's just real shit to go with the story.
Well, you wrote it. You went ahead and put it together. Why you introduce it, bro?
Hey, man, World Is Mine featuring Big Sean. Check it out.
I want to get into this song, man. I Love You, featuring Chris Brown, Ty Dolla $ign.
All right, so basically, I Love You is, the apology song that goes to a song that I have called Let You Go on my album. Let You Go is basically like an open letter to my girlfriend, who I had at the time. And basically, like I explained, like, when you're a rapper, you're an artist, you're dealing with infidelities. And, I'm a real artist, so I talk about shit in my music. And it's like, she's like, what about me? Like, that's like embarrassing, this, that, and the third. So I'm talking about that in the letter. That's for Let You Go. And then like, I Love You is basically like the apology to that. And it's a song with Chris Brown and Ty Dolla $ign. And what girl ain't gonna accept that apology right there?
Yo, son, you know how to fucking pick them, because Chris Brown and Ty Dolla $ign on the same song with you?
Yeah.
Out of here. But even bigger than that, man, Chris, I think it was this song where y'all had like a quick skit. Phone call with Breezy just before I Love You, and you talking about belts and shit like that.
Yeah. So basically, like, everybody know I got the fashion art background,
right?
Before I was rapping, before I was an artist, I was designing these belts, in particularly, and I was getting them on different artists. I had Swiss Beats, purchasing a lot of my belts, and Chris Brown was like, he was one of the biggest clients of mine. And we was just talking like, I went from selling them belts and merch and clothing and everything to like actually making music with them. So it's just like, I met him on a whole nother tip. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then the whole story came from like me hanging out with this girl one night, and I was like, she was like, yo, I know Breezy. I'm like his artist or whatever. And I was just like, word? And I was like, yo, send him this picture. And it's a picture of me like pointing at a belt that I just did for him. And it's like me and him in the picture. And I was like, see if he puts two and two together. Like, if he knows that I'm A AP Ferg and Ferg the designer, you know what I'm saying? See if he put these two images together in his mind. He was like, oh shit. Like, yo, that's crazy. Like, tell him to come to the studio. So we spent 2 days in the studio, and just by the relationship that we had, as him like buying my belts back then, he showed the love off rip. Like, yo, y'all love your music basically, and just, yo, let's do something. So we wound up putting the song together. Man,
yo, please, man. Like, I love hearing stories like that, because it just shows like hip hop is growing, like the camaraderie, like motherfuckers, people really fuck with each other. Past, I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes
Brown,
he
really
fucks with you, man.
Everybody on my album, and that's the thing about my album, I really, really fuck with everybody that's on my album. Like, they're my friends. You know what I'm saying? And when you working with your friends, it's better. It's more love. Like when me and Schoolboy Q, like, we did some of our first tours together, big tours. Like, we made noise together. ASAP is TDE, TDE is ASAP. When we see each other, we throw up the same handshake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go hang out at Schoolboy Q's house. Chris Brown, I go to his house, chill, we talk. You know what I'm saying? He'll call me just on some like, what you doing? Like, Sean like left me in his crib to do music. So it's just like, we're just not sitting around basically and just letting the management do everything for us. Like, we talk to each other and we make the music and visuals happen.
Right, right. Introduce this song, man, because I want people to get familiar with it. In fact, don't even get familiar, because y'all motherfuckers will be spinning this shit a million times, man. Go ahead, introduce this
joint
shit.
Right here is "I Love You" featuring Chris Brown and Ty Dolla $ign's crazy song, produced by Hagler. Shout outs to, Toronto. Hagler is a great producer as well. He works with 40 and them.
Yeah.
I spent the week out there with them, and he produced this joint. So this is the joint right here, "I Love You."
Toronto, y'all winning, man. First place, Shade 45. We'll be right back. Yeah, man, first place, the boy Gray Rizzy, man. Shade 45. I still got my brother ASAP Ferg. He stayed all this time just for y'all. Ain't that some shit, man? And this is like an exclusive listening session, first play, so you could get a chance to hear all the new products, all the new projects, and of course this man's new album, Always Strive and Prosper, man. So I got some, if you go ahead and I'm assuming, because we got some deluxe joints, a deluxe edition, so if you buy or purchase the deluxe, you could get 2 bonus songs.
Definitely.
And I'll mention both songs, but I really want to play this one because it caught me, man. You got Back Hurt with Migos.
Yeah.
But this joint right here, Don't Mind, featuring French Montana and Fab.
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
New York City. Y'all guys, first of all, ASAP always represents the city very well. But this is a New York joint. And I'm going to tell you why I liked it. It was the hook with, me, French, and who? Like, Fab, you're a fucking funny guy. Because Fab, he really knew. He's like, I'm going to get on this song. Yeah. And you going to know who I am.
Exactly. Yeah, like we was all in LA, and I was actually at a Chris Brown session, and I heard that French was next door. That's how it happens in LA. We went all the way to LA to make a New York song.
You just you hear somebody's in Studio B or whatever, and you shit.
So I pulled up on French or whatever, and I laid down like about 3 different ideas, and then by the time Fab came, he came in. He heard the joint, that the idea I was doing. He jumped in the booth, did something to it. Then French came back in the room. He jumped in. Then we all wound up in this booth. It's a big booth, mind you. So we all 3 of us is just going back and forth on the song. So it's crazy.
And usually you hear, and that was something else. Like usually you'll hear shout out to Jada and Styles. You hear the back and forth, right?
Right.
Or even somebody, if you listen to battle rap like a DNA and a K-Shine, you'll hear them go back and forth. It's 3 of y'all, like ping, ping, ping,
yeah,
ping,
yeah,
ping,
yeah,
ping,
yeah.
ping,
It's like
ping,
get in
ping.
where you fit in. Like we was literally like playing double dutch for the mic. Like
yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like when do we jump in? Like because like we was all feeling a vibe. Like you know what I'm saying? French, Fab going, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna jump in, do this. So we was actually just vibing. We got the vibe, and then we just kept vibing. Came up with the hook, and then it was just like all over the place on the songs. We had like a damn near 10-minute, 20-minute song, and then we just took the best parts and formulated the song and the beat.
Man, shouts to LA, because God knows New York needs this. You know what I'm saying? We need to make sure we make more music like that. Man, go ahead and get into this, man. Let's introduce this shit for the people.
This next joint right here is called Don't Mind, featuring Fab and French. New York, stand up.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Gray Rizzy right here on First Place. Shade 45, bitch. Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Gray Rizzy, Shade 45, First Play. Yeah, I know. The show coming to an end. Talk to my program directors. Get me more time. But look, ASAP Ferg is still in the building. Always Strive and Prosper. That shit is in stores. You need to go cop that now. Yo, I want
ASAP.
Like ASAP. I want to get into a joint that people, they definitely know you for. They know your crew for a lot of songs, a lot of music. But I want to set this show. I want to throw it back just a little bit. Tell me what song you want to hear. What you want me to play right now?
I want to do Shaba.
Want to do Shaba, right?
Yeah.
How did I fucking know that, man? This is my guy right here, man. Make sure you go ahead and hit us up, man. At Shade 45, at Gray Rizzy. Of course, you can go ahead and hit Ferg. You didn't change your shit, right? It's still ASAP Ferg, right?
Yeah. Simple and plain. ASAP Ferg. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And my Snapchat, my trap snap is Devoni 143rd, DEVONI 143.
Yes, sir, man. And make sure, please, all the places where they can get it. Get it digitally. It's going to be in stores. The project will be in stores, right? Anything else you got to go to the moon or some shit? Go get it.
Nah, it'll be here on Earth. It'll probably take you to the moon, though.
Absolutely, man. What about merch? I'm always curious with you because I know there's stuff that you have going on.
Traplord.com.
Traplord.com, right? Website still popping.
Yep.
All right. And I want to say something real quick. I say this all the time, and I want to make sure this guy knows. If it wasn't for this guy's father and definitely for his uncle, I wouldn't be here, y'all.
Oh, man.
I would not be here, man. So there's always love with you, boy.
R.I.P. to ASAP Ferg's father.
You know that, man.
Ferg Sr.
Ferg Sr.,
You know.
man.
Rest in peace, ASAP Yams.
Yep. Shout out to my man Fade in the building. I had to keep it all the way hip hop. Turn that camera. I want to show that man real quick. I had to keep it all the way hip hop in here, man. You know what it is. First place, Shade 45. We out here, whoa.